Hey all, we are continuing our mini-series within the science of film scoring and the use of themes. Last week we discussed how themes are used to express a character's internal dialogue without using words. Today we are focusing on the second and most prominent use of themes to show a character's development, using examples from Henry Jackman's score for X-Men First Class. I would like to focus on two prominent themes used in the score, what I have deemed as the themes of rage and serenity. Actually, it's the point between rage and serenity, but to summarize, we'll just call it the serenity theme. If you recall in one of my earlier videos, when to involve a composer, I mentioned to have a composer on board sooner rather than later. This is a reason why. When reading the script, a successful composer, who must be a storyteller in his or her own right, will learn the true message behind the story and then develop themes to further define and express this message. We can generally say that X-Men First Class is about the X-Men and how their team and enemies developed. But from analyzing the score, and thanks to my late Professor Bruno and his teachings, I learned the film has a much deeper meaning. The film tries to make this point: your intentions fuel your power. Only with peace, or rather acceptance of oneself, can one achieve greatness. Let me explain using some examples. In this first clip, we see young Magneto in a Mexican bar about to bestow his revenge on retired Nazi soldiers who were involved in the separation of Magneto and his parents. Many have proclaimed that the theme heard is Magneto's theme. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. It is not. The reason being that this theme does not occur every time we see Magneto. In fact, if you recall from my previous video about the history of themes, a leitmotif can either be a phrase of music or a specific instrument that follows a key concept. In this case, we have an electric guitar, manipulated to sound more metallic and aggressive to follow Magneto, not a phrase of music. Listen closely.
Blut und Ehre. Ja, was würden Sie gerne zuerst verlieren?
Wir hatten unsere Befehle.
Also Blut.
Underneath the dialogue, we can hear an electric guitar, and strings perform the theme as we start to see rage developing in Magneto's facial expressions and vocal tone. In this next clip, the scene that summarizes the film's message, we have Xavier catching Magneto in the middle of his morning jog around the grounds of the house. Xavier challenges Magneto, asking him to move a massive satellite dish using his powers. At first, Magneto cannot. So Xavier taps into his mind and retrieves a beautiful memory, explaining to Magneto that the true focus lies within the point between rage and serenity, and by finding that point, one can access an even greater power. This theme, which I have dubbed the Serenity theme, can first be heard drawn out underneath the reveal of the peaceful memory. It is then pronounced and developed further with moving strings and brass as Magneto successfully moves the satellite dish. Notice also the forward presence of the electric guitar, melded with this melody, signifying that his character, the guitar, is changing by adopting a new theme. In this last clip, we have one of the most climactic scenes of the film. Magneto uses his powers to lift the submarine out of the water. He struggles at first, but is then reminded by Xavier to use the point between rage and serenity to fuel his gift. I discovered the differing themes and their meanings in this cue. Let's fast forward a bit and hear some magic. An antagonist appears on screen popping out of an enemy submarine. For a moment, we hear a shorter variation of the rage theme underneath as the antagonist uses his rage to form a twister.
Hold on, guys. It's gonna get bumpy.
See, what others have deemed as Magneto's theme is now following a completely different character. So the theme used inside of the bar scene was not of Magneto, but of rage, since it is what Magneto used at the time to wield his power. Overall, Magneto was personified by an electric guitar, and the themes that followed him helped to express the change in his character, developing from one who used rage to one who used the point between to power his ability. X-Men First Class is only one of many films that uses themes, with added layers of differing instrumentation to show a character's progression and growth in a story. If you want more examples, ask me. I'll be happy to share. Tune in next time as we discuss how themes can be used to foreshadow and/or expose secrets before they are revealed. Ciao for now.